Good morning, my fellow Malaysians. These are very troubling times we have now. With the last election, we had a lot of hope. The country was very vibrant, and we thought the new government would do something. But sadly, as my friend Rafizi says, we should not put all our faith in politicians because politicians have their own agenda. They care more about power and their personal gains. The country is a tool that they seem to use, and they change sides at will to their convenience. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. And I have been talking to a lot of my patients, a lot of my friends, and every one of them says, this is terrible what the politicians have done, but what can we do? Now, I hear this theme consistently, what can we do? And I must tell you that part of this is our fault. And, we seem to think we can do nothing except when it's time to vote. Of course, we can do something. We don't have to be in the limelight to make a difference. See, all of us have family, all of us have friends, all of us have contacts, and we talk to all of them all the time. I talk to my contacts, my patients, to everybody all the time. And sadly, all I hear is what can we do? Surprisingly, there is a lot that you can do, really a lot you can do. It's the numbers that who vote that gets the election results. As one person you cannot do anything, but each of us has a family maybe of 5 or less or more. And if all the family members talk about it, how they can change the country, all of them decide to vote, we can make a difference. If I talk to some friends of mine, all Malays, Chinese, Indians, and they keep saying there's not much we can do. I said, you are wrong. There is a heck of a lot you can do if you choose to do it. You are dissatisfied, right? Why are you dissatisfied? You are dissatisfied because the government has cheated you. They have not got rid of all the corrupt. The corrupt people are let free. The judges are taking their own sweet time with the cases. And recently, a patient came and told me that, in July 18th will be Najib's trial. And they were quite sure Najib will go free. Now, honestly, it is not Najib that is on trial. It is our judges, our judiciary that is on trial. If the judiciary can be bought, if the judiciary cannot see what is right and what is wrong, what do you expect the layman to see? That is our sad state of affairs. Unfortunately, if things had been done by meritocracy, we would have been somewhere, like our neighbor in Singapore. We would have been somewhere. Definitely we would have been somewhere, because the right people would be doing the right things. Sadly, I think the biggest problem we have is we have no confidence in ourselves that we can do something. That is not true. We all can do a lot. We really can do a lot. Like, for example, if PKR, Amanna, and DAP got together, I can guarantee you they will have the public support. Everybody will support them. We do not need Tun in this picture. These three themselves can win. I have nothing against Tun, but why I leave him out is because he had his chance. He had 2 chances to do it. First time, fair enough, we can't say anything, that was the past. Okay, we gave him another chance and he totally blew it. He could have done a lot. You see, unfortunately, our Prime Minister's post is total power. Everything is in his power. All the 300 key appointments are directly appointed by the Prime Minister. Now, he will definitely appoint people who will listen to him, people who will obey him. These people could be the IGP, could be the anti-corruption, could be the accountant general, could be judges. They are appointed at the Prime Minister's discretion. This is honestly wrong. It should be the parliament should appoint people. It should be totally meritocracy. The right people must be appointed. And there is so much power with the Prime Minister that people get drunk with power. That is why Tan Sri Muhyiddin doesn't want to let go of the power, because suddenly he realized how much power he actually has, thanks to Tun Mahathir. Now, we have to change that. And it can be changed. It definitely can be changed. Because as I said, the three major parties, DAP, PKR and Amana, if they work together, they can win this election. The people are behind them, but the people need to see that they have the confidence to work between themselves. They must not argue in public. The arrogance must go. You see, sadly, when people get power, power seems to corrupt people, and it gives them so much of arrogance. That is not true. That is not true. All the arrogance that you have is temporary. It is gone. You were a minister once, you are now no longer minister. Okay? But those ministers who did a good job when they were ministers are still being respected. When they pass, people still stand up. But there are people like Najib who are floating around free with tons and tons of money, with the UMNO cronies also with lots of money, PAS also with a lot of money. They have been given money by the UMNO people. Now, unfortunately, whenever the rubber hits the road, everybody, especially the politicians, take out the racial card. Now that is wrong. You cannot use a racial card in this country. This is a multicultural country, a multi-religious country. Everybody has equal rights. Those days when Tunku Abdul Rahman was our Prime Minister, we all lived together. We had a wonderful time when we grew up. I grew up in those times, and we all remember those good times. We can have those times again, but we must get rid of all the trash that we have accumulated, the trash that has bought its way with money politics. Now I urge Malaysians, the next elections are imminent. They will come. If they don't come after July the 18th, I think they probably will come, because nobody is going to get their act together. Then I urge the sensible politicians among you, which I see. It could be the DAP. They are sensible until they got a bit drunk with power, but they are still sensible. Now they've come down to earth. The Amana, with Anwar, and also with PKR. Three of you together can win this election. Now a lot of people say that Anwar should not be Prime Minister. Now that is not for everyone, Tom, Dick and Harry to decide. The three components parties can decide on that. And I personally feel that he should be given a chance. So by the time we get the next election and the next party going, we will only have 2 years to go. And I'm afraid that these 2 years will pass very, very fast. They will pass really fast. And before we know it, there will be another election. And then Anwar will have to be re-elected. And it will depend. Now there is a fear among the present politicians, and perhaps Tun Mahathir, has this fear that if Anwar takes over, he's going to dismantle all the Prime Minister's direct appointment prerogatives. And a lot of things will change, where all appointments will be made by Parliament. I honestly think he's afraid of that. They want total power with the Prime Minister. That will not do. Not in a multiracial society, not in a multicultural democratic society. You know, this at the moment Malaysia is very autocratic because everything is steered to the Prime Minister who has the final say in everything. Now that is not democracy. That is really not democracy. It has the face of democracy, but it is not true democracy. It is up to us, the Rakyat, the public, you and me, to set this straight. So I urge you to think carefully, to talk to your family, talk to your friends, and tell them we all have to unite. We have to do something. All of us have to come out to vote. It is sad. Right opposite my office, if I look out the window, I see a kedai paja, where people come to leave their gold and take money. And last week or two, after the lockdown was over, I have been seeing rows and lines of Malay ladies who have come probably with their jewelry to get a bit of money. Times are bad, my friend, and we are all suffering. The Malays, the Indians, and the Chinese, we are all suffering together. But these politicians are making merry, having parties in Sheraton, planning our future, of which they know nothing, and do you think you want to trust them? I don't think so. I think the only thing you can trust is integrity, and none of our politicians have integrity, unfortunately. Oh yeah, there are some that do. Some ministers who were appointed with the last government, they do have integrity. They've done a good job, but I'm afraid all the rest, the present lot before, everything is about power, and it's about how much money they can grab. We are all not going to be here forever. We have, and a lot of people tell me, come on, you're already old, you're 70 plus. Why are you doing all this? Why are you protesting so much? Come on. If there's nothing I've learned something from Tun Mahathir. He's 96 and still going strong, which means I have 20 odd good years to go that I can contribute to my country. And I can't do much alone, but I can speak up. I can encourage you to do something. I can encourage you to look to the future. And let me tell you this, whatever our future is, whatever the future will be, is our responsibility. Our responsibility. If we do nothing and we trust the politicians, or worse still, don't go and vote because we are fed up, then we are to blame. We are to blame. If 10 people talk to 10 people who talk to 10 people, I think within about 10 hours, you will know 10,000 people will have been woken up. We all can do something. So please, my fellow Malaysians, please do something. Go and vote. Talk to your friends. Try to get, their perspective. See, we all have integrity. We all know fairness. We all want a just government. Let us put a just government in place, my friend. It is your future. Please don't blow it. Thank you.